And the video begins! I can do better than that. Guess not. There we go. I was unprepared for it. Whatever. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Jakel, the world's worst YouTuber. Today, I've had a challenge that I've been dealing with myself for a long time. That problem is I put out shit content. That being said, I don't have a whole lot of subscribers. So what I present to you today is a fluff piece for myself. I have 14 questions that I came up with. Nobody asked me these questions. I came up with them myself based on other YouTubers reading your comments types of videos. And I had to wonder, if I was a famous YouTuber, what questions would I be asked? Which questions then would I want to answer? I tried for 20. I came up with 14. I'm really not that interesting of a person. So, let's begin. See, I've got a list of questions. I handwrite things sometimes. And yes, I have glasses, but I neglect my eyes because I hate myself. First question. What is your favorite color? Well, my knee-jerk reaction to that would be red, because that's what I've said forever. But now that I'm older, at the ripe age of 27, I feel like my favorite color is more like a set of favorite colors. And I have favorite color variations, such as if green, black, and purple are put together, I'm instantly attracted to that variation. Red, black, and white. I love that combination of colors. So, favorite one color, red. But I enjoy vastly more colors than just red. What is your favorite food? Well, if you haven't noticed, I like food. I'm a husky guy. So I feel like that's really a trick question. But Aaron, didn't you ask this question to yourself? Shut up, me! Favorite food? I don't know. I would usually say pizza. But I'm picky about the pizza that I eat. I could also say hamburgers or cheeseburgers. But I'm very picky about the cheeseburgers that I eat. The point is, with these various types of food that I enjoy, I don't feel I can say, I like cheeseburgers, because when I say I like cheeseburgers, I'm not talking about McDonald's. If I need something to fill my belly quick and the money is available, I'm not going to rule out McDonald's, and I'm probably going to get a cheeseburger. However, there's nothing that beats having a nice restaurant quality cheeseburger that's medium rare and juicy and is on a gourmet bun, and especially when you get into all these different mixes of different types of specialty cheeseburgers, and then you get random different cheese sauces and pretzel buns. Ugh. So yeah, for that same reason, I'd probably say cheeseburgers and pizza are at the top, tied together. Question number 3. 1, 2, 3. Cats or dogs? Now, I'm going to say I love both. I love cats and I love dogs. But I don't own any dogs, never really have, just because life has handed me a twisted fate that even though I've always wanted a wonderful puppy, I never got one. And I've always just had cats. I've just always had cats. I've been around cats my whole life, and I've gotten used to them, and they are not quite as slobbery. And I don't have to mandatorily take them on walks in order for them to use the bathroom. if I have it my way, I can have a depressive episode and just sit there for days on end, and they can shit in a box, and I can take care of it later. So I say I'm more used to cats, and there's more of a convenience with the feline friends of ours. So yeah, I'm just going to say cats. But I also love dogs. Don't get me wrong, I love dogs. Number 4. Top 5 YouTubers. Now, I picked this question because I noticed that in the world of YouTube, and since I am on YouTube, this is a YouTube video that I'm currently filming, and you are now watching on YouTube, people always want to see YouTubers talk about other YouTubers. So, my top 5, now that I'm thinking about it, actually trying to answer it, I don't know if I have a top 5, because right now, I've really been getting into PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye and Markiplier. And I'm not sure if I would say that they are top YouTubers, just that I've gotten into them, so I'm absorbing and soaking in their content. PewDiePie's definitely at the top. I'd say he's top 5. And Jack, or Sean, to the well-versed. There's a few more underground channels that I really like, such as The Boo Review. If you haven't watched them, go look them up. The Boo Review, it's three guys, and there's AJ and Jared, and they find videos of a spooky nature, like ghost videos, and it's not their intent to debunk them, but if they can, they're going to. And they're sort of just on this search to find the one perfect spooky video. Oh yeah, they've also got another friend that hangs out with them who's never on screen. Nathan. He just does like commentary, goofy shit in the background. So, go give them a watch. Whenever I'm bored and I'm like, who am I going to watch? I just flip on Boo Review. So, I don't really... God, top 5. I've just got a bunch of favorites now that I'm thinking about it. I picked this question myself. But now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I have a top 5. I just go through... Oh, can't forget, Shane Dawson. Shane Dawson, I was really getting into Shane Dawson when I started my YouTube channel. And I was actually watching him and his friends goof around back when he was hanging out with Drew and Garrett all the time. And I was just watching him and his friends goof off and get into shenanigans. And I was like, I want to do that. What I didn't take into consideration is I don't have any friends. I've been doing this solo with a little bit of help here and there on a few videos. So it hasn't turned out exactly like that, but when I came to YouTube, it was definitely trying to rip off Shane Dawson. Even at the end, I say it all the time. I do the blah, 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 and then I slap. Kind of like cover the camera. Just like Shane used to do. Next question. If you could collab with anyone on YouTube, who would that be? This was actually, I was surfing the subreddit of another YouTuber's AMAs. Well, one of the Reddit posts. I'm new to Reddit. I'm still figuring out all the verbiage and terminology. And this was a question, and I don't think it got answered. But it wasn't on my Reddit. It was on somebody else's. I'm not going to mention who, because it doesn't matter. If you could collab with anyone, who? And honestly, I don't know. If I could, I'd probably say either the Boo Review or Jacksepticeye. Just because Jack's got that awesome, warm, fuzzy, hyperactive energy, and his whole thing is like PMA, positive mental attitude, and I don't know, I just feel like it'd be a lot of fun doing something with him. And then the Boo Review, their whole thing is reviewing spooky videos. I've been researching the paranormal and the supernatural, looking into videos and clips and stories and researching events and stuff like that for literally half of my life. So since I'm a fan of them and their channel, and it happens to be of that topic, that supernatural spooky vibe, I'd definitely pick them as another option. Also, I think it would be more likely to happen since they don't have 22 million subscribers. And that being said, number 7, are you a gamer? I can't say really I'm a gamer, because when I was a teenager, I lived with my mom, and we were rather broke. Like, we lived decently, but we could only spend money on necessities, and are you good now? Alright. We could only really spend money on necessities like rent, utilities, and groceries. So we didn't really have the money to save up and get me an Xbox or a PlayStation. So since the Xbox, I have an Xbox 360 now that I've had for a couple of years, and I've caught up on all of those games that I was interested in and never got to play before. But now that I'm an adult and I'm broke, I don't have an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4, and now they're announcing the PlayStation 5. Point is, I'm behind. I like to play old games. I like to play the games that I like. But being on the forefront of understanding any of the game terminology now, or what's hot, what's in, what's the top games coming out, I don't fucking know. Really. I like the old stuff. I've still got my GameCube, my N64, PlayStation 2, original Xbox. So I guess you could say I'm a classic gamer, at least for my generation classic. But saying I am a gamer, I feel like would be falsely representing, because people have an idea. Oh, have you played this new game? Nope. I haven't. Whatever the game is, I haven't played it. Where was I? Oh yeah, number 8. Who killed Markiplier? So mind you, I'm a little bit behind on the times. I just started watching Markiplier, but I was like trying to think of any random question to ask myself, because nobody asked me. Remember, this is a fluff piece. This is propaganda. So I will be presented to you in a much more interesting manner. So basically this is, it's propaganda for myself. So who killed Markiplier? I have my theory, and I am a writer, and I have been reading for many, many years, and I've noticed certain plot devices in the way that things are written, and I don't think that the Who Killed Markiplier series gave us a definitive answer. However, I do think that it was the character behind the camera. Because mind you, it's set up like a first-person point of view, and your character is never named. Like it's your character, like as if it's your character. The main character that you are seeing through their eyes. I think that's the person who did it. Why? I don't know. I just feel like that would be a really cool, interesting concept to weave in there. Do I actually know? No. So I guess it's more like a fan theory that it's like, that would be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool if that's who it was. Because it's kind of pointed to the idea that it's either Abe, whatever the fuck his name is, the detective, or Warfstache. Well, sorry, he's the colonel now, and he turns into Warfstache. But I don't think it's either of them. I think it was written in a way so we would think it was them, but it wasn't. But if it's not the main character, I would say that it's Damien. Why? He's too calm. He's too reserved. He's too collected within himself the entire time. He's just like letting everything, it's like he's too calm compared to everybody else. So yeah, that's Who Killed Markiplier. Favorite TV show, number 9. I don't know, because I don't really watch TV. I watch YouTube more than I watch TV, and when I watch some, because we don't have cable, we watch everything on Netflix and YouTube. So, favorite TV show? I don't know. But, if you were going to ask me a favorite long-standing series, I would definitely say Red vs. Blue. Because I'm a Halo bitch. when I do have the money to get one of the newer systems, I'm definitely going Xbox. Why? Halo. Simple as that. I am basing my decision entirely on one series. Because I love Halo. And it was my love for Halo that brought me to looking into Red vs. Blue. Mind you, I didn't start watching until like season 9. So I had a whole plethora of shit to catch up on. And I loved every second of it. And also the fact that 343 and Bungie have actively given nods. So it's like, is Red vs. Blue canon? Is there something bigger going on? Is it part of the actual expanded universe of the Halo story? And I like to piece things together and say, absolutely yes. There's a good video idea, piecing it all together. Somebody's probably already done it. Beside the point, I've watched that show so many times. I even bought what the hell is it? Hang on. The Shizno Paradox. I believe it's 16? Yeah, I think it's 16. Season 16. I don't have any of the other ones, but it hadn't come to YouTube yet. And I saw it, and I had caught up completely before, and what was I saying? Oh yeah, Red vs. Blue, my favorite show. And it's not TV, but it's definitely my favorite. Where was I? Why am I still holding that? Favorite anime? Now this is another long answer that I didn't think about until I'm here, so this is probably going to be a 45-minute fucking video now that I'm thinking about it, but whatever. Favorite anime? If you would have asked me 2 or 3 years ago, I would have said Dragon Ball Z. And then I realized something. I watched all of DBZ Abridged. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. But for those of you who have, it's still the same story, except for it's goofier, funnier, and there's jokes along the way, and it's a condensed version. Thinking about it, I remember spending months watching Dragon Ball Z back to back. My cousin had the box sets, so I borrowed them one season at a time. And granted, I was still in school at the time, this, that, the other. I was just watching it in free time. But it took me months to watch it. And Season 3, the entirety of Season 3 of Dragon Ball Z is the Frieza fight. You got Saiyan Saga, you got Namek Saga, and then you're still on Namek, but the entire season is the Frieza fight. DBZ Abridged took care of it in 3 hours. 2 seasons in 3 hours. And they didn't skip a beat. They didn't miss any important details. They still told the story. It was just a funnier, goofier perspective. So I would have said Dragon Ball Z, but now I don't even know if I want to watch it again when I have DBZ Abridged. Beside the point, top 3. Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood. I actually haven't watched the original anime, but I read the manga first. And the manga is identical to Brotherhood. And once I learned that, I was like, oh, I don't even care. So I still haven't seen the original anime of Full Metal Alchemist. And there's also... what are some other animes? Ooh, 7 Deadly Sins. 7 Deadly Sins, Netflix. It's on Netflix. And I watched that. Me and Kat sat here and we binged it in a weekend. I'm looking at the this one section is taking me 4 minutes because I was bitching about Dragon Ball Z. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna leave it at Full Metal Alchemist. Soul Eater. Soul Eater, that's another good one that comes to mind. Naruto, Bleach. But I feel like those are like basic. But Naruto, Bleach, Soul Eater, Seven Deadly Sins, and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Top 5. Alright, number 10. Subs or dubs? Sorry, 11. 11. I read it wrong. Subs or dubs? Now, why must we be constantly pitted against each other? First it was pineapple on pizza. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Do we all need to like the same thing? Isn't it the differences that make the spice of life? Why can't we just have preferences? No, don't get me wrong. I understand a lot of it is just for the meme. I understand a lot of it is just for the sake of the memes and the jokes and the inside jokes. I get it. There are some people that are actually frothing at the mouth, rabid behavior about this subject. And to me, honestly, it doesn't matter. Do I want to watch this show? Cool. Is it only available dubbed? Cool. Is it only available subbed? Cool. I watch Dragon Ball Super. All subbed. Does it matter? No, because I still got to watch my show. I still got to watch the show that I wanted to watch. There was another One Punch Man. I don't even know if it's been dubbed yet, for all I know. I don't know, because whatever, but I watched the first season of it, all subbed. It doesn't matter to me, and I feel like if we want to see proper change in this world, we need to come to a mutual agreement that it's okay that we agree to disagree on some topics. Sorry, I remembered that this was a fluff piece, this was propaganda, so I started going down the politician route, and ignore the last 2 minutes. Oh god, I'm really wasting a lot of time here. Alright, well, favorite, oh, I got past the favorites. What's your take on Flat Earth? I'll keep this short and quick. I feel like I like conspiracies, don't get me wrong, I love conspiracies. Do I agree with all of them? No. But it's fun sitting there and picking at the logic that goes into understanding and believing a conspiracy. However, I feel like if we follow evidence that leads to a conclusion, then it is a viable theory. If the evidence led you there. Now, if you have a theory, you start with the theory, and then you find things for that theory to stand on, and you didn't follow the evidence, you backtracked. You have a theory, here's your topic, Flat Earth. You backtracked in order to make that theory stand. So now you are finding reasons for it to make sense. So that's what I'm saying. I don't buy Flat Earth. There's a lot of cool theories, a lot of questions that do get answered with the Flat Earth theory, but there's not enough to suggest Flat Earth. Also, everything else in the entire fucking solar system in the universe is spherical. Why is the Earth itself flat? That's what I'm leaving it as. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there. If you want to answer the question, go ahead. But I'm not looking for an answer. What made you want to come to YouTube? Number 13. Well, okay, so I already said that part of it was Shane Dawson, and I was watching a lot of him, watching his friends goof off, and now I'm watching Markiplier, and I'm catching up on his stuff, and I'm watching the videos he did with his friends, like all of the challenges with Ethan and Tyler, and even the other stuff that he did with, what was it, Wade and Bob, and what's the other dude's name? I forget. Like, the improv stuff like that. That makes me feel warm and fuzzy, and like, I could have that. but I'm still kind of just alone here. I'm not from this area, so I've only got a couple of friends that aren't really into the idea of showing their face on camera, and that's okay. But beside the point, I mentioned Shane Dawson and watching his friends goof off, blah, 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 blah. But I've always had these desires for spotlight types of jobs. First, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a comedian. I wanted to sit up there and tell jokes and make people laugh. That's what I wanted to do. And then I wanted to be a rock star. I still am very much into heavy metal and hard rock music. So I play guitar, and I was watching all of these rock stars playing guitar and singing and having a good time and having the spotlight on them. I wanted that. I wanted to be a rock star. So now, with YouTube, I can kind of do that. I can write and make intense, more philosophical videos. I wanted to be a director. What am I doing now? Yeah, okay, it's a stationary camera that's right there, but I have dreams of moving on from having a stationary camera. I've kind of done it before in some of my videos, having more of a directorial, produced feel, kind of, a little bit. More than just this. So I can put more of my creative influence into YouTube. I can put more of my artistic side into YouTube. And I can make people think, and I can make people laugh. Doesn't mean I'm good at it, but at least I'm trying. So yeah, that's what made me want to come to YouTube. It just made sense for me. Just made sense. Alright. What's your greatest fear? Wow. I left off there. That was the last one that I had? I couldn't think of another one. What's my greatest fear? Not succeeding. Failing. And you know, you can fail at life, you can be a loser, and right now I kind of am a loser. I'm a stay-at-home dad. I've never been to college. I don't have anything going for me except for maybe someday YouTube. But it feels like YouTube is kind of like my only option to get out of the rat race. So it's up to me to put forth energy and effort into my YouTube career and actually upload regularly and actually come up with ideas. And that's why I wanted to like bring it back. Like, I got way carried away. I started reaching way far out. Like my holiday hangover video, when I started doing that, I had this huge, intense Christmas special that I was going to make. But there were pitfalls and setbacks every step of the way. It wasn't originally going to be a holiday hangover. It was going to be a Christmas special. But things happened, and I realized I was reaching too far. I was trying to push myself to a limit that I was not, at that time, still not, able to get to. And that's part of where I've been at now, is like, I reached too far. I made a bunch of good videos last year. Well, at least ones that I thought were good. So I started reaching too far, and I went beyond my means. So that's why I'm kind of taking it to 15 questions, making this fluff piece article about myself. Because I've been on YouTube long enough, right? Some people know me. At least you do, right? You, the person that actually clicked on this video as soon as you saw that I put something up. I know you're out there, all 2 or 3 of you, actually looking forward to my videos. There's like 2 or 3 of you, right? I'm hoping. But, what was I saying? Oh yeah, what's your greatest fear? My greatest fear is failing and going nowhere with my life. Because I have fucked myself up. barely passed high school. I haven't gone to college. I've not held down a job for very long. This isn't going to sound good for me, but I used to be a wild, shady person when I was a teenager. So because of that, I have a criminal record. I'm kind of like, sort of like, trying to reach my way out of the bottom rung of society. But I go to an employer, and they're going to see I'm bottom rung of society. I'm destined for the gas station or McDonald's. That's not going to pay the bills. That's not going to help anything. Well, it'll help, but not enough to get somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It'll bring in money, but not enough money. So that's what my greatest fear is. Failing at this, failing at YouTube, and failing at life in general. Because I don't want to just... I don't want to stay at the bottom rung of society. I want to climb up. I want to get somewhere. And I want to help secure a better future for my son. Simple as that. I don't want my son to live a similar life the way I lived. I want to give him opportunities. And with the way that things are, it's fast food, gas station, or physical labor. That's not a terrible option, but I'm a lazy son of a bitch. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So failing and going nowhere with my life. That's really my greatest fear. So, that was 14 questions that I asked myself, and nobody asked me. I asked them myself, because I need content. And since I don't have a huge fan base, it's up to me to make content. So this was the honorary propaganda fluff piece to make myself seem more appealing to you. If I seem more appealing to you, smash that like button, or whatever the kids are saying these days. If you were interested enough to make it all the way to the end of this video, hit that like button. Smash the subscribe button. What the fuck do people say? I feel so silly. Like, subscribe, comment if you want to, because people type here. People type up here. And that's for now. I'm going to try and upload more often. I'm going to try and get back on my get back on my bearings, and I was gone for 2 months. That's not going to help me get anywhere. Alright, until next time. Much love. Peace out. Namaste. And goodbye.